I'm Lawrence Osifo, your anchor, and it's a great delight to have you join us on the show this beautiful afternoon. Today, we'll be looking at a very critical issue that has been trending since Monday, Tuesday, coming down till today. It's been on the social media everywhere. Ponzi scheme and how people are pushing money into financial scam. Is it poverty or greed? We'll be taking a look at it. But what is financial scam? Let's take a look at what financial scam could be. Financial scam can come in so many ways. One, phishing scam via email, phone, or text message. You can have it via investment scam like Ponzi scheme, online shopping scam, identity theft, advance free scam, romance scam, cryptocurrency scam. How do you protect yourself from some of this scam? Now, you verify the sources before investing or sharing information. Two, you can also be cautious with unsophisticated messages and offers. Three, you can use strong passive password and 2FAs. Four, you can monitor your account regularly. And five, you can do your research before investing. If you have been scammed, what do? You report to the authorities like the police, financial regulators, contact your bank or credit card company, change your password, monitor your credit report. For the past days, there have been so many talk about the CBEX that has crashed. People invested huge sum of money into it. A total sum that was put together by the financial body running into 1.3 trillion naira. Not million, not billion, but trillion. You're shocked. Probably you invested. Some of you that invested, no problem. The EFCC said you will get your money. But when and how, I don't know. I don't work with EFCC. But let me give you a breakdown of Ponzi scheme in Nigeria that have crashed since the year 2016. The first one I have on the list is MMM Nigeria, 2016. Ultimate Cycler, 2016. Get Help Worldwide, 2016. Twinkers, 2016. iCharity Club, 2016. Crowd Rising, 2016. Clarity, 2016. Help to Get, 2016. Lupus Club, 2016. Givers Forum, 2016. NNN Nigeria, 2017. MMM Corporation, 2017. GCCH Global Crediting Cooperative Hub, 2017. Money Riot, 2017. Revel Money, 2017. Swiss Golden Nigeria version, 2017. NNU Nigeria version News Update, 2017. Peer-to-peer donation, 2017. Twinkers Reloaded, 2017. Donation Hub, 2017. My Bonus, 2017. Zafond, 2017. Bit Club Advantage, 2018. Million Money, 2018. Helping Hand International, 2018. DGSOUK, 2018. Pennywise, 2018. Loom, 2019. Crowd One, 2019. Lions Share, 2020. Ink Nation, 2020. Baraza Multipurpose Cooperative, 2020. Rackstelly, 2020. 86FB, aka 86Z, 2021. Eagles Cooperative, 2021. Royal Q Nigeria Scam Version, 2021. Fin Africa, 2021. Oziaza Farm Produce Storage, 2022. QNet Nigeria, 2022. Afric Arbitrage System, AAS, 2022. MBA Forex, 2022. Chainmark Group, 2022. Inklender, 2022. Axim Exchange, 2022. Compoundly, 2024. Kala Finance, 2023. $6 Investment, 2023. Sidra Investment, Clone Scam Version, 2024. Wealth Buddy, 2024. Bitfinance Global, 2025. And now, CBEX, 2025. So a lot of Nigerians have lost so many money, Ponzi and all that. But let's look at the financial scam in Nigeria. What is the cause? Is it poverty or greed? Is that the reason why people invest into some of these Ponzi schemes that they don't even know those that are controlling it? Unlike the normal financial institutions, you know the branch manager, you know the headquarters of the bank. I have a guest seated, a financial expert, a real estate expert, someone who understands this thing very well to give us insight into all of this. Caleb Akpasubi joins me live in the studio. Good morning, good afternoon, and good to have you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, I'm happy I'm here again.
Okay, you heard me read out all the Ponzi scheme that have crashed, even to the extent of one. I'm trying to look for that name. There's a name that captured my heart there. Just give me 1 minute. Let me get that name. Pennywise.
Okay.
So it sounded like Pennywise, pound foolish.
Exactly.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but I have to laugh. Now, let's take a look around this whole thing. Is it that the people are poor, or it is greed that are pushing people into doing all of this? Since 2016, we've been hearing of the one that crashed, the one that have been crashing. People still put money into this. A total sum of 1.3 trillion. That's more than a budget of a state. I can remember Edo State budget is not even up to 800 billion.
Exactly.
That's more than. So, generally, why do you think people invest into Ponzi scheme?
Okay, first of all, let's go back to the memory lane where you talked about since 2016.
Yeah.
Now, if you do a statistics and you realize that since 2016 to date, Nigerians has lost over 4.8 trillion to, online Ponzi
Total
scheme.
of, since 2016, 4.8 trillion.
Right. And, I always tell people, one of the reasons for that is not just poverty, because most of these people who invest, they have money.
Absolutely.
Right. You could see, investment capital up to $1,000, $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who has $5,000
is not poor
in this economy is not a poor person.
Exactly.
So, what is the root cause for people investing in projects like this? Is number one, greed, and number two, lack of financial intelligence.
Okay.
Right, because financial intelligence is gotten when you are financially educated.
Yeah.
For example, I used to be a victim of Ponzi schemes.
Okay.
Wow. Are you getting it?
That's great.
Until I started learning, the principles of investment, the principles of money in itself. Right. So when you understand the principles of money, there are some opportunities that comes to you. You would definitely scan it through those principles. Yeah. And once it does not meet the criteria of a sustainable investment, you back out. Okay. Right. Because what people don't understand is, when you are talking about investment is a defensive game. Yeah. In the game of investing, investment is defensive, while making money is offensive, right? Because the first thing you must think about whenever you want to invest is how possible can I lose my capital?
Absolutely.
Because people only look at ROI, return on investment, but they don't look at ROI, return of investment. There are two different things.
Okay, return on and return off
investment. So when you put all your interest on return on investment, without looking at return on investment, because return on investment is what is the propensity that my money will even come back to me, right? So when you look at investing, you always understand the fact that before you invest in anything, always look at how your capital is being protected. Yeah. So that's why I always tell people, you must investigate before you invest. Okay. Right. So now looking at the CBEX issue and several others, one of the major reasons, like I said, is number one, greed. Okay. Because somebody is promising you 100% of your money in 30 days.
Yeah, you're not asking questions.
How on earth do you think that guy or that individual or that corporation wants to make that kind of money? Even the banks is one of the most powerful financial institutions in the world. Absolutely. The banks cannot promise you even 30%,
let alone in a year.
In a year.
So this one we're talking of 30 days.
30 days, 100%. So somebody who is
financially intelligent.
Exactly, who is financially intelligent, or your financial intelligence is you are not in financial coma. Yeah. Because a lot of people, their financial intelligence level are in coma. Some of them need financial deliverance. Yeah. Right.
So when you say deliverance, they're taking them to the church.
Exactly, because you're not thinking straight. Yeah. How could somebody offer you an opportunity and tell you, I'm going to give you back 100% of your money in 30 days, and you think that is sustainable? It is. See, this thing has happened year after year, year after year.
And it will still continue happening.
Because Nigerians refuse to learn. Are you getting it? So, like I said, number one is greed. Because you're always looking at what you want to get. Yeah. Not knowing that you are sacrificing your hard-earned money for just what you think will come to you. Now, let me give you an example. I know of two people, because of the fact that I'm an authority in the wealth and finance industry. Yeah. I know of two people who approached me, and I want to invest. One of them is a doctor. The guy sent me the website, and so this is what some of my friends are doing, and they are making money. Sir, can I invest? I just told him point blank. When I studied the whole project, I said, no, don't go there, because it is not it is the rules that governs investment.
Yeah.
It does not obey the rules. So there's no negotiation.
Yeah.
That people are making money doesn't mean people will continue
to make money.
Because at the end of the day, what people will lose will be more than what they've gotten before in the past. So it's a strategy. Are you getting it? So, and I thank God the guy listened to me and he never invested. Guess what? Immediately I saw that news, I screenshotted it.
You sent it to him.
And he was very thankful. Like, thank God you told me not to invest. Because several of his colleagues in his office, you know, a lot of them are already crying today. Another girl, you know, she told me about it about 3 months ago. And I told her that, okay, fine. And she told me at the time she has already invested. And she was even convincing me.
But then you couldn't stop her because she already put it in.
Then I gave her my advice. Because whether or not you've already invested, I also have an advice
to give, as an expert in that field.
The moment you start making money, start withdrawing
your money.
Don't keep your money there. Because number one, you don't know who they are.
Exactly.
You don't know where they are. I mean, if anything happens to your money today, you don't even know who to find or where to go to.
That's the whole issue.
Are you getting it? So, and another rule that I tell people, if you must invest in a project like this, because there are 3 kinds of investment. There's what we call high risk investment, medium risk investment, and low risk. High risk investment is what promises you high returns. Right? When you're talking about 50% per month and all of that. Then what I tell people is, if you have 100,000 and you want to invest in a high risk investment, use 5% or 10%
of that 100,000.
Why? Because the goal or the rule to high risk investment is invest what you are willing to lose. Something that when you lose it, it doesn't affect your life. Just like people will tell you, borrow what you know you can let go. Exactly.
In case the person did not pay you back, you just have free of mind.
So if you invest 10% of your 100,000, at least you still have 90.
So if you hold on to
10,000 naira goes, I mean, your life can still move.
Still move with 90.
But not you having 100,000.
Just pushing everything.
And you want to invest 80%. I mean, if that money goes, you can't sleep for the next, couple of days or months. And the worst part of it is a lot of people even borrow money to invest. Guess what? They are, because they promised them 100% per month. Now they went to go and borrow money that they are paying interest of probably 10% or 20%.
Thinking that 100%.
So they've done their
calculations of plus or minus.
Worst case scenario, I'm going to be making 80% by the time I remove the interest. But what they don't understand is, what if you lose that money? Now you'll be in debt,
which has happened already,
and you'll be paying interest. Are you getting the point? So the reason for so many Nigerians falling victim in all of this, again, one, it's greed, and number 2 is lack of financial intelligence. Because there's a kind of intelligence you have about money. You will just know. It's a red flag.
Absolutely.
I don't need any. I don't even need to hear from God.
You don't need a.
I don't need a prophecy. I
prophesy.
The analysis is clear. It is not possible for such an investment to be sustainable. So why putting all of your money into it? Are you getting it? So that's practically, what it is. Okay,
let's look at the space in itself. The regulation of these guys who come with juicy offers. You put in 20 naira, you get 100%. Regulation per se. Is it like the regulatory body in Nigeria, they are not really regulating properly to avert people? Because I've been trying to wrap my head around the fact that a lot of Nigerians are complaining that there's poverty in the land. The economy is hard. But you can get such sum and put in. A total of the sum now is 1.3 trillion. So the government, you are telling there's poverty, and I will just be looking at you and be like, so these people have money now. Exactly. I don't know if you understand. So let's look at the regulation basically. Is it like the government on their own part has failed in regulating some of these, in quote, Ponzi schemes that come into the country, or they are even outside the country? People are here working with them and all that. Is there regulation to that?
Okay, now there are two approach to this. Number one, most of those Ponzi schemes that you make deposit through Nigerian currency, Nigerian naira, you have to understand that, before the regulatory body can actually notice some of these projects, it would have gone viral. It has gone viral, okay. So a lot of people have already invested, right? So at the point where they are beginning to know what is this thing? What's trying to come after them. billions of naira have already entered
gone
into
in
the system, right? Now, on the other hand, what a lot of people now do is, even though they are Nigerians, right? Because some of these projects, see, trust me, some of these projects are not even run by foreigners. They are Nigerians here.
Thank you very much. Because
as a matter of fact, I've seen scenario whereby somebody is selling you, a Ponzi scheme, and the owner of the Ponzi scheme is your neighbor. And you got to
next door neighbor.
Exactly. And you got to find out when the project has crashed.
That he is the one running it.
He is the one that is telling you to register, that is paying.
So could we call that advanced financial fraud, like the one we call in the local parlance Yahoo Yahoo?
Well, I don't know the exact word
to use.
Okay. But, like I said, one of the ways these guys are using this approach now is, the usage of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency is not a trackable, system
kind of currency.
It runs on blockchain, right? It's a decentralized system. It's not connected to any bank or any financial institution. For example, in the case of this CBEX, you make most of your deposit through crypto. Are you getting the point now? So what happens there is, the government is almost not possible to track cryptocurrency transactions.
Globally or just in Nigeria?
Nigeria, even globally. How do you can hardly track cryptocurrency transactions? Wow. Are you getting it? So it makes it even more easy and more seamless for the fraud to fly very
fast.
Are you getting it now? Why? Because all of those transactions, $100, $200, they just go. You don't know where it's moving from to where it's going to, and all of that. So you can't really regulate such kind of project. So at the end of the day, it will require somebody who on its own, who understands financial intelligence or who has financial intelligence to know that, this project is not sustainable. So there's no point going into it. And one big mistake a lot of people also make is, and which is what I teach, if you are going to even invest in those kind of projects, don't even promote it.
Yeah.
Right. And the funny part is people will promote it with their full chest.
With their full chest, like with their full mind. Because they want to get a downline, like they always call it. Somebody to be referral bonus and all that.
And they will promote it. So not only that, you are going to deceive yourself, you are also promoting a chain of a system that is also deceiving others. Whether you like it or not. Because why? You're only thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
There was somebody who added me to a group recently, one Citrex, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, kind of group. Without your consent at all.
Without my consent. And they started talking in the group. And I said something. I started asking them questions. I said, what is the product this project is selling?
It's about?
They said it's an e-commerce. And guess what? An e-commerce project is promising 3% every day.
Daily.
What are you selling? Even the likes of Amazon, the likes of
Apples and Co.
They don't even promise you that. And I started asking him, not only that you are investing, you are pushing a lot of people to come and invest. And as I speak to you, the group is quiet.
The group is quiet?
Yes. And in fact, this one did not even last. In less than a month, the group is already quiet. And I chatted them on the group.
What's happening exactly? You ask them questions.
What is the 3% still coming?
Okay, as we begin to wrap up, because we're pressed for time now. As we begin to wrap up, as a financial expert that you are, you teach people, you coach people. What would be your advice to the viewers that are watching already? Some of them now watching right now.
Exactly.
They are victim of CBEX. Tomorrow another one will come out. They will invest. I'm hearing, I don't know, it's not verified, that they are telling them to even pay in more money for them to get their money from this CBEX. So what would be your advice?
Okay, so my advice still remains, I think I've said this over and over again. The foundation. Because what these people that are investing are looking for is they are looking for money and they are looking for wealth. So, but you are looking for money, you are looking for wealth, but you don't understand principles that governs money
and wealth.
Principles that governs wealth.
Absolutely.
Again, you cannot build wealth overnight. You build wealth over time. Go and ask the likes of, the Warren Buffett, the likes of the Bill Gates. These are guys that have built their wealth over time.
The years.
Put in a lot of work, sell products, services that are usable. Are you getting it? Even though they are going to venture into investment, they do their verification
before they go into it.
And ensure is an investment that can sustain the necessary rules that governs investment. Right? Because see, there is an algorithm for you to create wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth is not by accident.
Absolutely.
Wealth is by intentionality.
Absolutely.
And I always tell people, wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time.
Yeah.
So you must understand that it's a process. So anything that comes to you that looks as though you want to make it overnight,
Overnight. It
please,
looks too real.
is a red flag. Anything that is too good to be true. Because the Bible says, let me go to the Bible a little bit. The Bible says, narrow is the way that leads to life.
Leads to life. But
Broad is the way that leads to death.
Wow.
So anything you see that is everybody's rushing into
it
is a red flag.
Absolutely.
Because the true rules or the true, thing that you need to do that will really create wealth is not known by everybody.
Okay.
It's known by a few. That's why I tell people there are some rooms you must be in because there are some things you can never Google.
Absolutely.
Some people have to tell you.
Teach you about it.
Yes, and those things are actually the things that can help you create wealth, not what everybody, the masses, are doing. So these are red flags.
Thank you very much, Caleb Akpasubi. I was thinking we have so much time on this program to talk deep because the way you're going out, you're lecturing more like. But we just hope the viewers out there, those who might have invested, will understand that you don't build wealth overnight. It takes over time. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your time. That's how far we can go on the show this afternoon. I want to thank you for being a part of the program. On behalf of my team, we thank you for joining us. I'm Lawrence Osifo. Bye for now.